Hello, everybody. Welcome back. And I wanted to share today another question I get often is how do you make money in real estate as a beginner? I think sometimes people ask that as in get rich quick sort of question and scenario, potentially based on what people see on TikTok and Instagram and all these social media outlets. But I wanted to give the perspective of a beginner as a legitimate source, as a legitimate process, and how it all starts for everybody in real estate. And really, how it happens is very simple. So, if you have a job, you have no debt, and you have good income, it doesn't have to be astronomical income. It just has to be good, sustainable income. Then this is the simplest way to do it. The simplest way to buy real estate and make money in real estate as a beginner is by qualifying for FHA. FHA means Federal Housing Administration. FHA is an insurance. It allows you to buy a property for the less than ideal buyer. So the ideal buyer would have 20% down payment, 740 plus FICOs, great income, no debt, 20% down payment plus another 2.5% for closing costs, plus, at least 3 to 6 months worth of reserves after you paid your down payment and your closing costs. After you move in, you still have 3 to 6 months reserves. So that's the ideal buyer. But FHA allows for less than that ideal buyer. FHA allows for somebody who's struggled with credit. The bank looks at that and they look at your stability of employment, your debt to income ratio. Again, the ideal scenario, you wouldn't have any debt. But with FHA, you can still have debt and you still be able to get a mortgage. And then you may not even have your down payment and you could get it as a gift from a family member, your parents, brothers, sisters, whoever. So then as less than the ideal buyer, you could still get into an FHA. Okay, so here I'll give you my example. So about 23 years ago, somebody said, "Hey, I have this condo." I wasn't a real estate agent then. A real estate agent friend of mine said, "Hey, I got this condo. You should buy it. You're gonna pay rent anywhere else. I might as well get a property." And it was a condominium. It was a 2 bedroom, 2 bath, small, maybe 900 or so square foot property. Of course, it had an association. It didn't have parking. It had somebody above me, another unit above me. I had the community laundry room under me. So it was totally less than the ideal scenario. Sometimes people don't want to have that scenario, right? No privacy, somebody upstairs, somebody below you is like living in an apartment. So I've heard those concerns many times from clients when I'm trying to help them get into a property. Well, so put it in perspective, I didn't have that much money. I barely scraped 3%, 3.5% down payment for FHA. And I paid 130,000 for this condominium. So then 2 years later, I got my real estate license. And I was a year into real estate when I decided to sell my unit and buy a house. So I sold my unit for 330,000. So I netted $200,000 minus expenses. I had some expenses in selling the unit, so it wasn't so much. I forget the exact amount it was, but nevertheless, let's say I spent 20,000 on selling my unit, but I netted 200. I still netted 180,000. So that was the easy beginner phase for me to get into real estate, how to make money as a consumer. Again, for beginners, I netted 200,000 minus expenses, and from the $180,000 net, I used 100 for my down payment on my next purchase. My next purchase was 430,000 or something like that, and I put 20% down, and I still had some money left over for reserves. So yeah, to answer the question, how do you make money in real estate for beginners? Yeah, get into a property that you could pay, that you can afford, entry level, anywhere that you can, as soon as you can. Utilize the FHA program, 3.5% down payment. If you don't have those funds, as long as you're qualified credit wise and employment wise, that you could actually get that money gifted from a family member or friend and get into a property and grow with the property. That's the key. It's important to grow with the property because then after 2 years, you could actually go back and qualify again for FHA. All right, cool. I hope you like this video. Feel free to call me anytime. And my name is Carlos Cabrera. I'm a real estate agent here in Los Angeles, California. I live in Pasadena and I worked all over the county. And so feel free to reach out anytime with any questions, or if you happen to be, looking to buy property or sell property, I'm available. Talk soon. Bye.